Good morning and welcome to the GDFL Netball Show. And as you can see, we're all in the same shot this morning. On my right, on your left, is Felicity Clayton.
Good morning, Birdy. How are you going?
Flick, how you been?
Yes, very well. I'm nice and tan. It is freezing in Victoria.
Where have you been?
To the Gulf of Carpentaria, up there and around the middle of the back of beyond, really.
Really?
Yep.
Just the Gulf of Carpentaria, is that all?
I know you miss me.
Oh, I have, just like a hole in the head.
Now, I did watch some of our shows on YouTube and there was no Barbie for me, so I'm pretty happy about that.
Look, I tell you what, I went shopping for a Barbie for you, but...
Nothing pretty enough?
Well, there was this werewolf type thing, but no, I thought I'd better not. Also joining us this morning is Fiona Clark. Fiona, how are you this morning?
I'm well, thanks, Birdy. Survived the weekend down there at East.
It was cold.
It was freezing. I thought you might turn on some better weather for us, but anyway, we survived.
It was absolutely shocker that day, I tell you what. And we'll talk about our game a bit later on.
We sure will. And
some of the things that happened. But first of all, we'll have a look at Corio defeating Inverleigh 42-27. I suppose it's actually not bad, 15 goals. It's a good effort by Inverleigh.
Yeah, look, absolutely. I don't think it's a surprise that Corio got up. They're continuing with their strong form there, and I'd say it was probably their defensive end that probably helped them with that win there.
Yeah.
But, you know, Inverleigh did really well, 27 goals against Corio, still a great effort. So. And
interesting enough, Lisa Baker in goals for Inverleigh. Former North Shore girl, going back a little bit back in their heyday when they won, I think, 3 premierships in a row. Gone across to Inverleigh this year, playing C grade, D grade, and last couple of weeks it looks like Mandy's put her up into the A grade to play there.
She must be going all right. She is in the top 10 goal scorers in C grade, so obviously Mandy was wanting to give her a run. The other stat that we were looking at was the fact that a couple of the main girls that they usually have in there, Tori Miller and Amy
Derzotsky.
Yeah, didn't score too many. There was 16 between the two of them on the weekend, so maybe they played a half and that had a bit of a difference on the game. I'm not quite sure there, but obviously they're rotating a few shooters through. Yeah,
for sure. And of course, look, just before we go any further, as you can see, no Christy. So of course, Christy's here in spirit tonight. If she misbehaves, she's going to get knocked off a stand. So anyway. Look, next game, East Geelong defeated West Geelong 47-31. Fiona, what are you smiling about, girl? You're lost. What's going on there?
We did lose, but I think, Birdy, you probably got a bit of a shock by the game that we gave you. At half-time, we're only down by 4 points, and the last half, I think East just took advantage of our down points and came out with it. You've got a lovely bunch of girls down there, Birdy. We really enjoyed the game down there, and compared to last year when it was about 74-16 against West, I think that shows our improvement, and we were happy with the game. Although it was a loss, we were really happy with it.
Okay. Look, one thing I must say, during the under-17s game, Shay Rowbottom, who plays goal attack in the A-grade side, was taken to hospital, had difficulty breathing, and did come back after she was given a few drugs by the doctors and put her back into goal shooter for the game. And then I gave her a run in the second half out in goal attack. But she's okay. She's just had a bit of a turn there, but she's okay. So
you're a harsh coach.
She wasn't in tears.
Couldn't lose the game over it. 4 points down.
Look, she had a choice. It was either play or die.
And only in your terms.
Hello, my way or
the highway.
Hello.
We know.
All right. Next game, Belpost Hill, comfortable winners over Anarchy, 70-24. Flick?
No surprise there at all.
You've been away for a few weeks, but that hasn't changed.
No, and Belpost Hill, obviously, they're currently sitting third, so they're wanting to really keep that position there and probably get some more points up to jump into second, whether second or first, where everyone sort of wants to be come this time of the season.
Absolutely. Look, Kim Martin once again up near the 50 goal mark for the game. She is really
on fire.
Absolutely. Winchelsea defeated Belmont 66-29. Fleek, that's a nice little win for your team.
Yeah, no surprises there with that score. And I see that Natalie Tomasini was playing in goal, so often Jason Woolley has her in the defensive end, so something different there. And it looks like Belinda Todd came in and shot 15 goals there too, so possibly trying to get her back into A grade and ready for finals as well.
Of course, the latest news down at Winch with injuries is Grace Hollins. Looks like she's done an ACL joint in the shoulder. Yep. Could be out for the rest of the season.
Not good at all.
So that's a big loss. And Peter Fay, their 6'5" goalkeeper, she's out also at the moment with a groin injury. I have to think about that for a minute. A groin injury, so I'm not sure when she's going to be back either.
Yeah.
So
watch your space.
I'll tell you what, the next couple of weeks, Winch, we've got some big games coming up.
They certainly do.
So, yeah. Werribee defeated Bannockburn 68-18. Fiona, I suppose no great surprise there. Werribee are really rolling along nicely at the moment.
They are rolling along nicely, and that's why I guess they're top of the ladder at the moment. I guess Bannock did well to score the 18 points against them, and keeping them at just at 68, I think is a great effort. So, but no surprise there, really.
And Werribee 2 games clear at the moment, so there'll have to be some major upsets in the ladder and winnings and losings for them to move anywhere from there.
Yeah.
Yep. The last game, North Geelong 49 defeated Thompson 35. Seriously, what was it? You know, it's only a 14-goal win to North Geelong, and you'd think they would have won by more. I think
Thompson obviously coming together nicely at the end of the season. We were just discussing a little earlier that you know, the start of the season with all their changes and things are quite low scoring. So congratulations to them, doing great job against North Geelong, who are quite strong. So.
Well, I mean, after the break, we'll have Courtney Macleod on from Thompson, and we'll ask her some of her views on where Thompson are heading at the moment. But when you look at it from the start of the year, averaging maybe 10 goals, and now they're averaging 30 plus goals every week. So that really is good to see. Now, of course, the big story in the GDFL at the moment is the Winch and Werribee game that occurred a few weeks ago. The game was called off early in the second quarter. Player abuse towards the umpire, player got sent off, and the game was eventually called off and awarded. The game was awarded to Werribee on the day. The developments since then is that Netball Victoria have become involved in it in conjunction with the league, and the game is going to be replayed at a later date, and we're not exactly sure when that's going to be. I'm thinking that, well, I know definitely Winch do want to play. Werribee, I've spoken to a few people from Werribee, and they're not sure whether they want to actually take the court or not. They may want to share the points with Winchelsea.
Either way, whether they played or not and won or lost for Werribee, they're still going to be on top of the ladder at this stage. So I think I think personally it should be replayed just so that everyone has an idea where everyone's at. You know, it's unusual that last year they didn't play each other twice, I don't think, so, you know, why not have a go at it, and especially with a few injuries on both teams.
Well, as a player in the A grade, I know I want to see this game played prior to the finals. I want to know what the outcome is. It's going to happen in the finals at some stage, there's no doubt about that, but I want to see what it is now.
All right, we'll go for a quick break and we'll be back in just a moment.